back with another super cool astrology video. I want to talk about the square between the Sun and Mercury in Synastry. So Synastry is chart comparison, where we put one chart next to another chart, or one chart on top of another chart, and we can see the overlays, how the planets relate to each other in both charts. So it gives us a really good idea of where the feelings are, who's feeling what's going on in one person, as one person towards the other. So when we have the Sun, which is somebody's identity and someone's sense of self and their ego and their vitality and what they want to be appreciated for, and someone else's Mercury, which is our habits, our criticisms, the way that we intake our information, communicate, how we talk, how we think, how we arrange our information. So a lot about our perception. So Jupiter is the beliefs that those perceptions distill into, but Mercury is the opinions that we take in that become our beliefs. So we have some friction here between the way someone sees themselves and the way somebody else communicates. When we have this, the Sun person feels judged a lot of times, and the Mercury person feels not listened to, or like their opinions aren't being heard or incorporated. The friction is really coming from the fact that the Sun person, you know, the Sun always wants to be seen and appreciated, and the Mercury person wants to be listened to and heard. And so the Sun person very much feels a lot of times attacked frequently by the Mercury person, because the Mercury person has a lot of ideas about what the Sun should, how they should be behaving or shouldn't be behaving, or what their routine should or shouldn't be. So the Sun person can often view the Mercury person as just kind of wrong, or having, you know, very conflicting opinions to what they really essentially are about, and what they identify as and with. So the Sun person can often feel somewhat attacked when we have this particular square. The Mercury person feels like the Sun is somehow immovable or inflexible or stubborn in their behaviors, because we have the flexibility of Mercury coming up against the rigidity of the Sun. And so in a square, the Sun really feels that their identity is being attacked by the opinions or the thinking or the communication style of the Mercury person. So we can have a lot of disagreements about things that do not matter in a relationship when we have this particular square, because there's this petty defense that's going on both sides, where the Mercury person feels like they're made to be stupid and the Sun person feels like they aren't good enough. And so we're always defending ourselves against what we think are criticisms against each other. Both frequently end up feeling judged. So it's important that the Mercury person stop arguing about how they feel they aren't listened to, and the Sun person stop arguing about how they feel the Mercury person is judging or criticizing them. Because a lot of the things that are going between the two of us, it's not really that personal, but it certainly is perceived as such. The Mercury person a lot of times is coming from a place of wanting to help, because Mercury is both the natural ruler of Gemini, our communication, and Virgo, which is about assistance, help, service. And so where Mercury lies, it's not just about how we communicate. It's about how we organize our routines throughout the day. So those are going to be pretty different when we have a Sun-Mercury square, and the Mercury person is going to have some ideas about the Sun, how the Sun person can improve their routines, or can, you know, do better about this or that. And so once we can understand where each other is coming from, that goes a long way towards fixing this particular square. The Mercury person can then understand that not everything that they think, or not every opinion that they have, needs to be spoken. And they can be more mindful about what it is that they say and how they say it to the sun person. Not everything needs to be talked about. You don't have to offer an opinion on everything. They sometimes just need to be left to be their own stupid self, however you view that. Just let them have their stupid ways. And the sun person needs to understand that defending themselves against criticisms or perceived criticisms, because it definitely comes across that way to the sun person, is not going to get you very far in being able to build a relationship where we can actually bond with each other, because we're always defending, or we're always feeling like there's these little arrows that we're having to pull out of ourselves and often throw them back at the other person. So it creates this atmosphere of petty arguments that really don't need to take place if we're being more mindful about how we are behaving towards each other. This square doesn't have to be a relationship killer, but man, does it ever create some tension. That it can be that aspect that if you have other hard stuff between you, this can be the one that breaks the camel's back. The straw that breaks the camel's back, because we're like, okay, in addition to everything else, I also feel like you're constantly judging me, or you just can't seem to listen or incorporate any of my opinions. And so it's a tough one to get through, because it can create a lot of resentment in a relationship. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please subscribe to my channel. You can find me on the internet at truthandaspectastrology.com, Facebook, Instagram at Truth and Aspect Astrology, and other social media. Yes, I do private consultation. I am mainly a relationship astrologer, but I do all types of charts under the sun. I'll be back super soon with more super cool videos. Bye-bye.